deep. You said why you can't remember your dreams. You got a lot of things on your spaceships. You got a lot of things on your Elohims. You got a lot of things on your light bodies. So not only do you create your own, you got your own solar system, you're allowing too much other shit in the world to add to it. So, like, look at these, like, waters and shit like that, airs, like the air of your throne, or the waters in your motherfucking shit that you bathe into as a baptizing system. Now, when you ain't, like I said, I was just explaining, when you take your solar plexus, this is your main one, and aim it into a space that you ain't supposed to be in, right? You put a lot of other shit on that spaceship. So once you bring that back into your space, you got a lot of shit to think about. So once you're scattered all over the place, that means a lot of your energy, a lot of stuff you pay attention to, your force, the stuff that you're trying to act on and trying to see, you put more, it's too scattered. Like the percentage level ain't large enough. So it's like you got a small percentage level here, small percentage level there, small percentage level there, aka a person with a lot of responsibilities or a lot of things to do, or just a lot of shit on their mind. So they're not putting a large amount of percentage into one area, so it's going to play out like that in your dream. So in your dream, you probably did so much shit that it didn't create enough fluid or a big enough chakra for it to be a consciousness. So when you came here, the consciousness was so light and thin that it's too light and thin for you to take that material and make sense out of it in this realm. AKA, that's what making sense out of something or remembering something is. You see what I'm saying? Taking the membrane of it, taking the reminiscence of it, the essence of it. You're not able to take it. It's too light. It's not heavy enough. It ain't enough percentage of energy on it. So it's like it's going to play out in the third dimension as you not being able to remember it. So it's there. It's this vague. It's not a dense enough cloud. If the cloud is too scattered, like if you get what I'm saying. So it's like you might be investing into too much shit, or you might be in too many other people's swimming pools and shit like that, or you might be lost into the world as a spirit. And and then that means too much shit on your mind. It's too much shit. Your spaceship too cluttered. Clean that shit out. You might got boxes from other people, other relatives on that shit. Clean that shit out. Any unwarranted shit, clean that shit out. A lot of times y'all be having shit on y'all mind that y'all don't even need to think about, and then you start to have a feeling and emotion about it. AKA it gets fifth dimensional, and now it's a part of you. It's a part of your river flows and shit like that. And if it's heavy enough, it'll bring you down into all kind of realms of realities and darknesses and stuff like that. And it started as a baggage or a luggage or a concept or an idea that wasn't even yours originally. You got it by just being around some other goddamn spirits. And they done made you consciously aware and made you point your solar plexus somewhere else. Now you might have went so far out there that you might have lost your way back to yourself or lost your way a little bit. So it takes time for you to even regroup, and that might play out in the third dimension as you might have to cut people off, or it's taking hard for you to get your life together, or you might feel like you put yourself in a bunch of situations that you got to now rectify, or that you got to take care of, or that like situations that feel like you're stifled or blocked or something like that, or misguided, or make you come up with concepts in your life to be like, all right, I want to do this in my life, but I got to do this first, and I got to do that first, and that ain't nothing but you in a fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. You didn't went too far away from the space that you naturally resonate with as a true state of being. You got too far away from that space as a spirit and got lost into other, and you swam too far away. Now you got to create other spaceships, aka other concepts to get around that water, stay above waters. Or if your ass ain't even spiritual, your ass is just swimming. So it's gonna take a long time, cause especially if it's a bunch of other rivers going against your river, then goddamn it, the swimming, you gonna be swimming against dams and swimming against waves and shit like that. AKA, it's gonna play out in the third dimension as you being a person that's highly resistant to shit, highly opposing to shit. You don't agree with nothing and with nobody and shit like that, and you only going in your path, and motherfuckers with you or not, and you don't give a fuck about it, and you real nasty and shit like that, and people, they like shit like that. Like, it's like deep shit, real deep. But let's get back in